Hello YouTube, hello MGTOW, hello Red Pill, this is Red Pill No Win. I'm going to break down Steve the Dean and Licario, aka Ash Ketchum and his Pokemon companion.
Maybe 2 doors down to the left. But anyway, but Licario, here's the thing, guys, I want to call in with the numbers there. But what they see, this is what they understand about game. See, what you and I are trying to get them to overstand that they are missing all the time, even that.
Overstand. So I'm supposed to stand over you. I'm not stand. Oh, so I'm supposed to stand over you. I think you mean stand under, not overstand. But continue.
Dumb motherfucker that just said that stupid ass shit.
Right.
It's that it's all about how you, the key word again, not her, not him, not her hypergamous nature, not any of that.
So you're using red pill talking points for your game, for your thing about game. See, there's a reason why he's called the Dean, because he's still playing these games since middle school. He's still playing these stupid games since middle school. And I'm assuming that he sits outside of high schools during graduation season, aka June and July, waiting for the new 18-year-old, for the new models to come out. You know, waiting for those new models to come out. But yet these people try to make fun of weebs. And this leftover person over here, the sock puppet over here, Mr. Pokemon here, trying to do his best Kevin Samuels impression. And this guy over here trying to do his best prison Big Bubba impression. Okay.
Shit that you have watched on YouTube, it is all on you, how you base and see the world through your.
You know, you sound a lot like the leftists. You know, I see reality for what it is. If a bucket is green, and it's green unless I'm colorblind. If the barn is red, the barn is red unless I'm colorblind. If it's a square peg, I'm not going to try to fit it into a round hole. Or a triangle. Or an ellipse. Or an arc. Square peg goes into a square hole. If I have a nail, I'm not going to use a drill. If I have a screw, I'm not going to try to pound a screw into a board with a hammer. See, there's a process to everything. There's a process. There's no, like I said, this is reality. This ain't auto. You can't auto save reality to come back to it later on. No, it don't work that way. Because if it did, there'd be a lot of people with some redos. Because if it did, Dead by 41, I'm well on my way. Because if we did, we would have flying cars during the Roman Empire. Rome would not have been sacked by the barbarians. The Roman Empire would still be around if it was autosave. This ain't no game. This is life. You put away your game when you get to middle school, or you change it to best suit your survival. like getting a job, not getting ran through the ringer in divorce court. See, it's hard to maintain a frame without a foundation, without good soil. There's a reason why they don't build mansions on the beach, because the coming tide is going to wash it or sink it.
Ass eyes, and how you interpret women, how you interpret the environment, how you interpret every event, like Licario said, whether she likes you or not. And what you do then is you take that thought process and you then take that interpretation and put that and create a belief system.
A belief system? First off, if she don't like you, she don't like you. Flat as that, simple as day. Simple as day. If she don't like you, she don't like you. we gonna go on with this.
You create a self-concept. You create thoughts and perspectives. So then with look,
how do you create thoughts and perspectives? You know, you don't sit here and you don't demonstrate how to create thoughts and perspective. How do you create thoughts and perspective? How? Tell me. Tell your viewers how you create thoughts and perspective. Tell your viewers how you create your reality. Tell your viewers how you create thoughts, perspective, reality, and how you develop your game. Show them in real person, because I know you're not going to show in real person. Because why? Because you don't got it. Because you don't got it. You know, the thing is, a way to prove that you got it is basically as simple as this: hidden camera. Hidden frickin' camera. It's real easy. With the same people that do the gold digger pranks, you can basically get your little band of misfits together and start a freaking hidden camera thing.
Laura and I are saying that if you do that for yourself, then we are trying to teach you how to look at the other side of the coin. If you just learn how to trust those that know game, you can
game that know game. Do you know game? Do you know game? 'Cause half my unit probably one person in my unit probably gets more action than you. One of the people in my unit, just going by one of them, get more action than you. Got 6 girlfriends. Come on. So tell me, why should I trust you? Look here, let me break this to you. I trust results. I don't trust hearsay or speculations. I trust results. And I have limits on what I trust. I trust the government to sign my check every time I go to drill, once a month. That's about as far as I can trust them. And I can't even trust them to do that correctly. I've lost trust and confidence in doctors, in the medical community, to the point where I criticize them. I don't trust you because you don't show results.
Shift your mindset. Once you shift your mindset, you
tell these people how to shift their mindset. Here. Let me break this to you. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna answer one of your questions. It takes 30 days. 30 days to to fix a habit. If you quit smoking within the first 24 hours, you're gonna go through nicotine withdrawal. The first 3 days are always the hardest. The first 3 days are always going to be the hardest. Every day after the 15th day, you're finally getting used to not smoking a cigarette. You're finally relearning how to do things without a cigarette, without nicotine in your system. The first 3 days of each habit, whether it be through whether you want to exercise, whether you want to lose weight, the first 3 days are always going to be the hardest. 30 days to change a habit. By the 15th day, you've gotten into a habit. How do you shift your mindset? Oh, how about this? Better yet, this. You shift your mindset by changing your habits. Instead of saying that I'm an ugly dude, say this, you know what? I'm okay with what I am. Within the first 3 days, by saying I'm okay, you begin to accept the things. You begin to accept things for what they are about your body, about your mindset. That's how you change a habit. You change your mind. You change your mindset by getting into habits that are a little more healthier than putting yourself down by listening to these clowns, by listening to Bobo and Bonobo, by listening to Bobo and the sock puppet Bonobo.
Can see that the reality and perception you have right now is basically a 2 + 2 is 5. But you can't.
What? 2 + 2 is 5. You know what? That makes perfect sense. It makes about as much sense as banging 2 ice cubes together to make a campfire. Perfect sense. Maybe I should try to bang 2 ice cubes together to make a campfire. It might actually happen. Hey, I should show a video of that.
See that right now, Licario.
Right, and that's the thing. Unfortunately, a lot of people, the reason why they can't apply.
You're stuttering because you can't get it out because you don't believe it.
What they're learning. You understand what I'm saying? Is because there are people who actually don't even understand what they're learning in the first place. So the problem is that guys misinterpret what is being taught and think it's about something else. You see what I'm saying? So
first thing is like, you ain't teaching nobody. You ain't teaching nobody. You know? You ain't teaching nobody. And I bet you watch this stuff here.
A lot of dudes that, they'll be so far left because they're listening to so many other people who don't got game. And this is the funny part. So somebody asked me the other day, they was talking about the whole receipt shit. And they're like,
How about this? Here's game for you. Don't talk, like I said, if 2 girls are at the bar drinking and one's a hot chick, one's the other chick, don't talk to the hot chick. Talk to her ugly friend. Talk to her ugly friend. You know why? Because the hot chick's is gonna be stunted. Is gonna be shocked and stunned that you didn't want to talk to her. You talked to her friend. That she's gonna literally cut her friend off just to get you interested. How's that for game? Hey, look here. Try that and let me know if that works. Cause either way, you win. Either A, you get the hot chick for the night, you get the hot chick without a personality for the night, or B, you get your willy wet to the point where your eyes are crossed when you go to bust, and you get breakfast in the morning. Try that. That's a win-win situation to me. That's a win-win scenario.
Oh, how come you guys don't show receipts and blah, 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 right? And then so I was basically telling them, like, yo, all that shit is fake shit. You can fucking orchestrate that shit. You could pay bitches to do a bunch of shit in it.
But you pay this dude to get lied to. Help me help you make that make sense to me because, he's got 24K. 24K of moron. I mean, first things foremost, they're idiots. They're complete and utter buffoons. Come on. I just gave you game for free. For free. Well, watch these chuckle fornicates gonna sit up here and watch my content and try to use the same old BS that I just said. You know why? Because they have nothing. They have nothing. And they're gonna, you know what the funny thing about it is? When I hear that segment of me telling them about game, that is when I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out before it happens. That's when they're gonna try to show receipts. That's when they're gonna try to show receipts. I guarantee you. I can guarantee you. That's when they will try to show receipts. And when I do that, I will clip this video and I will clip their BS. I will clip a time period. Today is the 28th of June. Year 2022. 21:36, time on deck. When they see this, I'm going to remember this video. And they're going to try this. That is when they're going to freaking try to show receipts. You want to know another game? Don't talk to chicks with if you don't feel like dealing with their ugly friend. Don't talk to chicks when they're with their friends. Wait till closing time. Wait till closing time. Wait till closing time. Till last call. Because I'm gonna tell you a little something. Last call. Last call. Women are mad they can't get a hookup. Women are mad. The chicks are mad because they can't find somebody to go that want to take them home. That's when you go in. That's when you go in. It's last call. But yet these people ain't gonna tell you that. These people gonna say stuff like this. Say the bullcrap. Say stuff like this.
That don't mean nothing, right? Now he was like, so how do you know if a coach actually knows what they're talking about?
Here's how you know the coach is actually knows what they're talking about. They're telling you they're basically telling you the stuff from their experience, not the stuff from they've grifted off of other people. Go to last call. I guarantee you, go to last call to pick up a chick. I guarantee you it will change your whole game plan. It will change the game. These dudes talking game and won't even give you any directions. These dudes talking game won't give you no directions, won't show any receipts. These dudes having you pay for stuff that's BS and not showing any receipts. Now, in case you didn't notice, you got somebody that says I'm brainwashed. Now, if you managed to find out my unit, or what's left of what unit that I'm pretty soon to be ousted from because I ain't getting a hot shot, they tell you that I talk to you on YouTube the same way as I do to everybody else. I ain't got no special feelings for nobody. I talk to you the same way as I talk to everybody else. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. You know? I'm telling you what it is. These dudes wouldn't know game if it was sold to them on GameStop from GameStop. These dudes wouldn't know game if they bought an Atari system on eBay. These dudes wouldn't know game if they bought a console from the exchange. These dudes wouldn't know game if they bought a freaking CD, a chip, a computer chip, a cartridge, or downloaded it off the internet to their phone or smartphone, console, or tablet. From Google Play or Apple Play. I'm just saying, I'm trying to save you some money here. I'm trying to save you some money, some well-earned, some your hard-earned money from going to these clowns. They're clowns. Flat out. You got Bobo and Bonobo. You got Ash Ketchum on the right, and his faithful, trusty companion, Licario, who lives in a Pokeball on his belt. Who lives in a Pokeball on his belt. You know? Yeah, he's excited to play a kung fu game, taekwondo game. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not going to call in because I'm not going to waste my time. I don't know why everybody else is up here wasting their time trying to call in and piss off. Go fly a kite in a thunderstorm.
How do you know, like, which ones are the ones to listen to, whatever, right? So one of the things I said to him, I was like, Liz, first of all, right, look at what we're talking about on here and try the shit out. You understand?
What? Look at what you're talking about here and try the stuff out. What they're telling you is you're supposed to put your word. You're supposed to trust somebody's word, right? Same middle school BS. Let me tell you a little something here. If you got your chick with game, in the famous words of Tico Trent, if you got your chick with game, that means that somebody can steal your chick with game. Does that make any sense to you? That means that somebody can take your chick by spitting better game than you, leaving you basically busted up. I got something better for you. I got something here. If your chick decides that she wants to walk out, let her. Don't try to stop her. Let her. And if you really want her to go, you can act like you can get yourself an Academy Award for Best Actor and just start crying. Yeah, baby, don't go. If you really want her gone. Because if I really wanted a chick gone, that's what I'd do. When she's walking out the door. And as she closed the door, I wait about 10 seconds. Wait for the car to leave and start partying. Turn the music, turn the speakers up, and just start dancing. That's all right. First off, it's like, first things foremost, if I really wanted the chick gone, I'd say, baby, don't go. And then as she closed the door, it's like, wait about 10 seconds for her to get into whatever car she's getting ready to get into, turn the speakers up, and start dancing.
I'm saying, listen to what we're saying and do what we're telling you, right?
Wait a minute. So it's basically listen and do. When did we become puppets? Well, last time I checked, I wasn't no Muppet. First things foremost, the dean. I'm sorry, that just seems so middle school. So what are you doing dealing with chicks that are still in middle school mindset? Let me tell you a little something here. These people like to talk about the 1950s. And they didn't do any sort of research. Back in the day, you can find your wife, you could find your wife at a red light, at a stop sign, at a red light or something, listening to the same radio station as you. Back in the day, you could find your wife at the supermarket. Back in the day when they said, go to the church to find your good woman, they meant that there were good women in the church. In the 1950s, in the 1940s, in the 1930s, back in the day. Back in the day, milk cost like maybe like 46, 47, 49 cents a gallon. Back in the day, eggs were 39 cents a dozen. Back in the day, people used to make their food. Used to take the flour, the yeast. They used to take the yeast and let it rise, yeast compound, and let it rise, and then fold the flour into it to make dough and let that dough rise. They used to make the bread by hand, by scratch, with flour, yeast, sugar, eggs. Back in the day, people still knew how to cook from scratch, not from pull tab cans. You knew how to use a can opener. Back in the day, the only thing you needed to do to fix your car was to have another tool set. Back in the day. These people sit up here and talk about the 1950s game, because there was no game in the 1950s. Game is more of a 1980s, 90s setting in middle school. And that is where the school garden tool came in. These people know nothing about what they talk about. These people basically want you to sit there and try it and come back with the results. You don't hear nothing about the failed results because they won't show the failed results. They won't air the failed results. They only air the success stories. They don't do nothing about the failed. They don't say nothing about failed results. They don't say nothing about it. They're not transparent. They're lying your tail off.
That's one. Two, and so what's going to happen is that's going to separate the people who know from the people who don't know. That's one thing. Two, look at the track record. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why myself and Steve have been doing this for so long is because we have a track record.
Well, the only track record I see is the amount of money you've been grifting off of people.
Of success for doing this for so long. You understand what I'm saying? So that right there already shows you. You see what I'm saying?
All right, we're gonna go with a price tag here. Microphone, $100, maybe $500. That's probably a high quality microphone. $500. You really need to clean your room out. You really do. And is that that's not Audouin. That is a dragon. I think that's a dragon from Dungeons and Dragons the movie. Or some sort of fan. I don't know the exact sci-fi film that dragon came from, but that is definitely resemblance of anything sci-fi. Let's talk about the neon signs. Neon signs. Well, it takes, I'd say, about $100 for that neon sign right there. So with the whole phone that you got, you basically got a separate phone for calling in, right? So you got a phone bill, $100 and some odd bucks, right? Your electricity bill. If those are incandescent light bulbs, you're probably paying a lot. You're probably paying about $500 a month. And this dude over here, this Pokemon over here, is paying a lot, way more, because he's got neon lights. Well, we could go through the donations, how many donations he's get. In order to basically make this set work out, they would have to pay roughly $3,000 to $5,000, if not more, a month. A month. To just keep this setup going. And if that's a California number, Lord have mercy. And if they're both in California, oh God, good, or New York, oh good Lord, that's gonna double it. That's gonna be $20,000. So who's paying the bills here? Who's wearing the pants in this relationship? Who's the dude? Who's the woman? And who's the man? Me and that Dean over here looking all menacing things. I think he's screwing you, Licario. Y'all two make a great couple.
And three, the other thing is, we're not sitting here complaining and bitching about women. So
we're just telling, like, then why the hell you got your goddamn freaking content, most of your talking points from the red pill? I'm not just sitting here complaining about women. I'm talking about men too. Specifically men like you. Hey, but that's enough for what it is. Like I said. So what do I, then again, what do I know? Obviously, I'm not a pickup artist. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. You know, let me tell you why, funny thing about game. People who don't need game. CEOs don't need game. Again, I reiterate, CEOs don't need game because they have money and power. Pastors don't need game because they have money and power. They collect, if they have enough, they have enough money to survive off, to live off. Not only survive, but to thrive off of. CEOs don't need game because they have money and power. Money and power. Women respect power. That is why a private first class, an airman recruit will not get as much play as the first sergeant, as a first sergeant, or as a staff sergeant, a tech sergeant, a petty officer, a staff sergeant. Because they don't hold power. They don't get money. You know? They don't get money. They don't got the power. That is why CEOs don't need game. First things foremost, they've already been through a free seminar. Once they become a CEO, once they're getting ready to become a CEO, they already get a free seminar, a free company-paid seminar on how to talk to people in a large setting, how to have a commanding presence without opening their mouths. Their seminars already paid for on how to talk to people. You know? Because why? Because they're in the midst of becoming a CEO, a president, a manager. That's typically why managers typically have to have some sort of degree in order to be a manager. Typically in communications. That's why CEOs don't need games. Pastors have to go to a religious seminar in order to talk to massive amounts of people. Pastors, imams, priests, rabbis. They all have to go to some sort of religious seminar to talk to people on a mass scale, to basically to wield that power, to know that to use that money in a righteous sense. CEOs have to use that money in a righteous sense for their companies. Businessmen, entrepreneurs have to use that money in a righteous sense for their company. For their company. And if you don't have the skill, like I said, if you don't have the skills to be an entrepreneur, to be a businessman, to survive in a business setting, what makes you think by paying them, you're going to have the skills to pick up all these women? As I said, I'm going to say this. If your house is filthy, you're going to have a lot of one-night stands. Eventually, you're going to run out. You're going to run out of one-night stands. If your car looks like a trash can on the interior, you're going to have a lot of sad one-night stands and about a whole bunch of one-knuckle shuffles. Whether you like it or not, listening to these clowns with game, like, first off, I never needed game. There's a certain setting where you dress the part. There's a certain way you carry yourself at the bar. If you carry yourself at the bar, they'll come to you, and you don't. And if you carry yourself well at the bar, they'll flock to you. You walk into the room, and everybody's staring at you, and you just go over there, minding your business, in the back of the room, and ordering you a drink. They'll come to you. You ain't even gotta utter a word. You ain't even gotta spit no words to nobody. They will come to you. Especially if you're dressed in a fashion that is not typical for that bar. Human beings are curious. Human beings are curious by nature. Human beings are curious by nature. They typically go explore the things that stand out. I put myself in awkward positions. Unlike these fools, they're up here wasting their energy, and they want you to waste yours. Look at how the people at the bar are dressed. You understand? Once you understand how the people at the bar are dressed, I mean, it's 3 days. You gotta take a little work. You gotta look out. First off, you stake out and see how these people are dressed, and you come with something different. And you come back with something different. If these people are dressed in like street clothes, like blue jeans, freaking wooded gear, you come in a suit and tie. You come in a suit and tie. You come in a suit and tie, and if they're looking at you, don't feel awkward. Walk up to the bar, open your tab, and sit in the back. Come to the bar, open your tab, sit in the back, and just sit and stay silent. Now, I'm going to tell you a little disclaimer here. Wear clothes that make you look good. Wear clothes that make you look good. And keep your mouth shut. Because the number one way that dudes screw up is by feeding too much information. It's by giving too much information. Some things can be answered with a nod. One word, maybe 3-word answers. One word answers. 3 to 5 at the max. 3 to 5 at the max. Short, sweet. I'm going to give you an example. Walking to a bar, everybody's staring. Go up to the bartender, hand them the card, just open me a tab. For like a draft, 1 beer. Actually, no, better yet. A shot of like double tumbler of brandy on ice, on the rocks. Brandy on the rocks. E&J on the rocks. Hennessy on the rocks. Crown Royal on the rocks. Get your drink. I'll be over there. Sit over there. Sit over there and just sip. What you do is you pick up your tumbler, bring it up to your nose, and you sip. You sip. You don't do nothing, you just sip. And watch everybody at the bar. Sooner or later, a chick is going to come up. But she's going to come up. She's going to say her friend like you. Just nod your head. Just nod your head. And continue enjoying your drink. Continue sipping your drink. That's your drink. That's your money. She gonna come up. Eventually, her friend's gonna come up. You don't react to her friend. You stay your behind in your seat and you relax. You chill. You relax. Don't open your mouth. Eventually, she gonna work up the courage. She gonna make the first move. Make her make the first move. Make her make the first move. She gonna make the first move. She gonna come up to you and say, "Hey, I've been watching you for a bit," or something to that nature. Just nod your head. So, what do you do? I work such and such. Blue collar job. And she's gonna say something discouraging. Don't show no reaction. Just don't show no interest in her. Do not show interest in her. Just don't show. I guarantee you, you don't show interest in her, she'll begin to wonder why. It's going to pique her curiosity. And just sit there and sip on your drink of choice. Just sip on your drink of choice. First things foremost, you got to keep people curious. You got to remain the mysterious one at the bar. At the club. You're not going out there dancing out there, you're dancing your tail feathers all like a peacock. You're just sitting there chilling, minding your business. Just sit there, chill, mind your business, with short answers only. I guarantee you'll get more results than what these clowns are, what Bobo and Bonobo are doing, what Ash Ketchum and Licario and his Pokemon partner doing. I can almost guarantee you that. I just told you game for free. But yet these people know game. I guarantee you. They're gonna see this and they're gonna freaking bite off my style. Look here. I'm an efficient. I like to be efficient. I'm not wasting any. I'm not chasing anything that's faster than me. I'm not gonna chase after nothing that's faster than me. I ain't chasing nothing that's faster than me. I ain't gonna freaking play no. I ain't playing no games. I ain't like so. You can call me whatever you want. I ain't chasing anything that's faster than me. If it runs on more than one leg, I ain't chasing after it. You know, that's the same people's chasing the people who they trying to have you chase. Got 4 legs. Got 4 legs. And they get rotated about once every couple months, every 1,000 miles. Paid for by their boyfriends, but they simp boyfriends. Nah, make them. Like I said, the thing is, like, if you really want results, you that desperate. Listen to somebody who's actually gone fishing. Since they want to say this, try it out. I mean, if you're trying out their BS, you might as well try out mine. That's the way I see it. If you're trying out their BS, you might as well try out mine. Hey, but what do I know? It's Rip on the Wind signing off.